All right. We are back and we are ready for session 12. Last we left off, the group was locking themselves inside of the room of this fishing cabin and trying to rest for the night. The trap that was in the doorway had grabbed you, Thorak, and yanked you up off of your feet. After closer examination, you realize it was like a noose trap that was made with like pulleys from sails and whatnot, and boats. So these are all like the wheels and pulleys from a boat. So it was this really elaborate sort of noose that was meant to pull, and you could clearly tell it was done by someone who had experience sailing and with knots and things of that nature. So that's quite interesting. And it was quite powerful, quite dangerous. It had done a lot of damage, but after a long evening of rest, an uneventful evening, Rosa mending the wounds of those who had been injured, including Thorak, as well as Captain Rel. So, that being said, we are going to pick up there with basically all of the shifts being done. Who is awake for the last shift while the others rest? I'll let you talk amongst yourselves quickly and decide.
Doesn't matter to me. It could be me.
Either. Sure.
It'll be me.
Thorak.
Okay. Thorak, I need you to roll perception for me, please. That's a natural
Get that
one
out of
to
the
get
way.
things started. Yes.
Get it out of the way.
All right. Starting off strong, I see. Get that out of the way.
You really needed
Next
those
week-
new dice.
Yeah, next week when the new dice come in, you'll have a backup plan. But for now, you have nothing. For now, you have a natural one.
Sorry, guys.
So the morning kind of continues on, and shortly after your shift, your watch shift, everybody kind of wakes up. It's the next day. It's relatively early in the morning. I will get a perception check from Huurtz and a perception check from Rosa, please.
Oh, my perception. Oh, we rolled the same. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so you both immediately wake up and you notice Pip and Flammie at the door, and you both sense panic and distress. You can feel panic and distress. It just completely overwhelms you from head to toe, and you need to get out of this room. Huurtz, you also notice your book is vibrating. It's humming. It's emitting like a low frequency hum. Nobody else can hear it except for Huurtz. It's a frequency that kobolds can hear, and it's like it's high pitched. It's almost like it's almost piercing. It's coming from your book.
They're very high kilohertz.
Exactly.
We're gonna tell Thorak about how panicked Flammie. What is it? Is it Flammie?
Flammie or Flammie?
Flammie and Pip are. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, they're at the door. They're almost like
Okay.
pets scratching at the door.
Okay. I'm gonna go comfort Pip and open the door to leave.
Okay. All right, you get the door there. You guys gonna handle that, or should I? You want me to do it?
Oh, I don't see me on the map. Hold on. Where's the find token? Yeah, unable to find me on the map.
Oh, go 1 second. Try again. You should all be able to pull yourselves into the map here now.
There we go.
Okay. So as soon as you open that door there, Flammie and Pip both just leave out of the door. Captain steps forward and says, "Where are they going to?"
Maybe they need a toilet.
Obviously, I'm gonna follow Pip as close as possible.
Yeah, they're going right out to the front to the beach.
Okay. I can't really see anything, so I don't know which way to go. Am I
You
going
guys
the right way?
Oh, you need to get you guys lights still, or do you guys not have lighting effects anymore?
Could be straight south. Well, I've got dark vision, so I can see perfectly fine.
I think I can see. It's just the line of sight, I think.
Okay.
So, like, I can only... Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, where did they go?
Okay, they are out here hovering around. Can I get a perception check from everybody once they're out here? You see two large beasts in the water. And then you see what looks to be like a large rock, and they're surrounding a large rock in the water. Let's see here. Okay, and they're letting off these roars and kind of circling around this rock.
Letting off
And let me
roars.
see
Pip?
here. No, these.
Oh. I was like, Pip is roaring?
Pip stopped right there, but like they're out the water and they're kind of still freaking out. And that's when you see this here and this here. And they're walking around this large rock. The rock wasn't here when you've seen it before, Huurtz, Thorak, and Rosa. This rock looks out of place as hell. And as you look a little closer and start to run down the steps of the cabin, you notice it's a body covered in kelp and moss and barnacles. It's a very large body. Let's get rolls for initiative. And with that, let's see here. Roll initiative. Okay. All right. Thorak, you are up. And let me get the party here.
Question for you.
Okay.
We're there in the water. Like, can I step into the water, or
Yeah, it's considered
am I
difficult
stay on
terrain.
shore?
You have half speed when you're in the water.
Okay, I'm not.
So
gonna go in the
every
water
one
then.
square is 10 movements instead of 5.
Okay, well, I'm going to use lunge so I don't have to go in the water
Okay.
and see if I can hit him.
Okay, that's a
Mhm.
critical hit. Lets out a huge roar.
And I'm going to try hitting him again. And no. Oh,
That's what you're dealing with.
like a really scary bunny.
A
I was
very
thinking a scary fake
large.
seal.
It's like it
That's
appears
funny.
to like a seal bunny sort of sea monster thing. It's like it looks like some sort of hybrid mix.
Yeah, weird.
Just give me a moment
Mhm.
here.
Mhm.
All right, and we are going to bring in the person on the beach here to the call. All right, so completely unconscious, we have a body sitting on the beach, sort of in the water still, surrounded by these large bunny seal things, and they're not too friendly looking. They're looking quite ravenous, and as you kind of peek, you see that there's a little bit of blood in the water, and there's a good chance that they're becoming frenzied at the taste of the blood. And this body is sort of sitting there in the water, covered in kelp and barnacles and whatnot, sea debris, other sea debris. You're not sure if they're dead, if they're unconscious, just kind of like floating with the shores that are, or with the waves that are crashing up on the shore. And with that, it looks like Thorak has run in and attacked one of them. Is that right? We're going to go there.
Yes. Oh my God, a bee just came in. Oh my God, a bee
Correct.
just came in.
No.
Sorry, it was coming for me.
Oh, I'm clipping that. That's going into the shorts for sure. I'm clipping that for YouTube. What a start.
Oh, I can hear it. Oh my God, where
I
is
was
it? I
going to
can
say,
hear
is
it.
it still in there?
Yes.
Did it leave?
All right. You better mute
Oh,
up
I'm
and
gonna have to
go,
deal with
hunt
this.
for the bee.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It won't let me go to next person. Oh, there it let
I'll
me.
t-
Okay, I'll be back.
All right. She moved and took one attack. I assume she was going to take a second
attacks.
attack.
She
Did
took
she
two.
do two? Okay. Did she?
Uh-huh.
She
She
got
missed
both of
the
them. Or
second one.
missed the second one.
She
Got
missed
it.
the second one.
Okay.
So maybe raise her shield as the last action.
Captain Rel, on his turn, will.
Oh no, she moved. Right.
What do we got? Let's say there. 1, 2, 4, 5. That's one action. That's 1, 2. Gonna grab and strength check. Just give me a sec here. He slowly starts pulling this figure from out, and he only gets to about here. And then he falls down flat on his behind and just kind of plumps into the sand, and you notice this much larger than any of you, and a fair decent bit larger than Thorak as well. A bald, what appears to be an orc, and yes, it goes to Rosa next.
I just need to see how big this is. Okay, I'm going to do one of my new moves, so I just want to make sure I'm doing it properly. So range is 60 feet, and they're only 20 feet from me. Okay.
Okay.
It says requirements, you have at least one free hand. I'm assuming I have 2 free hands.
Yeah, you have both hands free right now.
Okay, so it says you slash your hands through the air, channeling miniature ripples of air from each finger to slice the enemy. If you have 2 free hands, you can target 2 creatures with this spell. Otherwise, you target 1.
Okay, so yeah, you would have 2 free hands.
So it
You didn't-
says you make a spell attack roll against each target's AC.
right. So you can
So how do
do
I
the
go
thing where
about doing that?
you can control target them.
Control.
Yeah, and you can see the arrows to the target, and then you would do the roll like you can click the roll like you would normally do on your
Like that?
thorns. Yep, that's it.
So I miss one and hit the other.
Miss one and hit the other, and if I'm not mistaken, it should have untargeted the one that you missed, but it doesn't
So
look like
which
it
one did I
did, so-
miss?
You missed number 8. So you
Number
missed the
8,
one on the
so-
left. So untarget him
Okay.
and do your damage roll.
Okay, and one of them is persistent bleeding. I'm assuming I only get that one if
You have
critical
to read the
success,
description.
double
yeah.
damage, and persistent bleeding. And success, the target just takes full damage. Okay,
Okay, so full
it's just
damage
the
on this one
regular.
here.
right, which he's already targeted.
All right, very good.
Okay. And I am also, because I don't have to move, I just have to see how far this is. 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna target Huurtz. So how do I get rid of that? Okay. Do I have to target him to cast guidance?
You have to
No.
target. No, you can just drop it onto the target.
Okay. So that I just want to read it just to make sure you know everything that it does. So it grants you 1+ status bonus to attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check before my next turn, and you have to choose to do it before your actual roll.
Okay, so you're casting guidance on Huurtz.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm on.
Bunny is going to come forward 1, and he's going to attack. Big tail whip, a lot of thrashing around after being hit with the slicing. Yeah, so after you did that sort of slicing thing with the wind and stuff like that, they started all the little lacerations and cuts that you put on them. They started thrashing around wildly, whipping their tail, snapping at the air.
Like that.
I'm back. Crisis averted.
Did the bee get out safely?
Yes, it took. Yeah, I first tried a swatter, and then I tried a paper bag, and then finally I got a cork board up to it, and it's tried stinging that as I was taking it outside. It was fat. It was a big fat guy.
Yeah, bees have really tough AC.
Oh, that laugh, he really thought that was funny.
I did. Yeah, I thought that was great, actually.
Oh, so good.
This one comes out of the water, rushing towards you, and it's like belly slapping against the ground. You know how like seals move?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like flopping against the ground.
Oh, no. No. That's the most damage I think I've taken.
And you got persistent bleed.
Oh no.
It like lets go of you and bites down again on one of your vines.
Damn, the big rolls.
Yeah, it pulls vines and like plants and foliage and all sorts of stuff get ripped off. Bark is getting pulled off, and you have like exposed tree bark. You know how underneath the tree bark it's like exposed wood?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening right now. It's pulling bark and vines and flowers and stuff like that completely off. Huurtz, you're seeing these large sea creatures attacking Thorak to less success, but ultimately Rosa is suffering quite a bit here, having her body basically torn apart by the jaws of this bunyip. You can see like sap and sort of like plant drippings kind of coming from the wounds. Keep in mind that depending on if you're casting from there, you're going to have the creatures are going to have cover, full cover for in front of Thorak. Sorry, go ahead.
I was planning on doing like a free action like heal, like
Okay.
30, but to try and heal everyone.
Gotcha,
And
okay.
I just wanted to make sure that I weren't hitting them.
Gotcha.
You know, I wanted to make sure they were outside of the target. Okay. Right, so I'll use a free action heal. So it's a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
Should heal anyone.
Yes, and as you look closer as well, you notice that this man that was just pulled out of the ocean or the sea is not in good shape. He's a worse for wear.
Okay, well, this may sting a bit. All that salty water in those cuts.
All right. Gavin, welcome to the table. I'm going to get you to roll for initiative.
Okay. I had a question.
You would just be next in the initiative if you kind of come back conscious. So
Did Corbin pulling me out of the water wake me up, or do I need to roll a perception to wake up?
no, we're going to say that the heal kind of wakes you up. As soon as you get healed, you kind of your eyes open up. You notice your lungs, you're having trouble breathing. And as you try to push in and push out and breathe out, a whole bunch of water just comes out of your mouth and spills out onto the beach, and you're kind of choking and gasping at the moment. And you look up after sort of coming to, you look up and you are, you're being surrounded by what you know to be a bunyip. Large sea creatures almost resembling seals and rabbits, as some kind of mix. And you know they are vicious and that they completely go nuts at the taste of blood. Looking down at yourself, you see that you have cuts and lacerations.
I appear to have been the latest snack, I think.
Yeah, and you're guessing that they followed your trail of blood. So Huurtz, and then you kind of look around you. You see a large half orc to your left. You see a very injured leshy plant lady to your right. Behind you is a kind of a gray, grizzled human man, and just off in the distance, a little farther back, you see a small kobold in the background, and if you had to guess, you would say that these folks are kind of fighting off these bunyips the way that it seems when you wake up. But you're a little cautious because you don't know who these people are. You're definitely off kilter. We're going to start you off prone, of course.
Okay. Free action, quick tempered to enter rage.
Okay. Yep.
And did you get my DM? It's going to depend on whether or not I get which version of rage I get.
Okay, just give me a sec here. Which one was that? You said a DM. In game or
in Discord?
Discord. All right.
It's
Was that
about
with the
my
original
tight,
stuff?
smaller feet and the size of my great axe.
Okay, so it looks like it's almost more like the size of like an anchor for a small vessel.
Yeah,
Than yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, which everybody notices this orc hauling this large axe. It's almost large enough that it could be like an anchor, which begs the question: how the hell did this guy come ashore and not just go straight to the bottom of the sea? At any rate, the orc stands up, comes to his feet after being healed, and has this large axe, and starts to. Did you say you're using rage?
Yeah, I'm trying to apply it, but I think it's because I'm not a player. It won't let me.
You might have to remake the character with all the loaded stuff, because it might have brought it in with your original player handbook.
It's got the thing. It should be applying this. Like it did the temporary heal. It gave me my 5 temp HP, but it's just not letting me apply the effect. Can you change me over to a faction friend?
Yes. There, try that.
Okay.
See if has any effect. It says you got the effect on you. Yeah, AC.
Already. I
see it there.
can't see my effects. Okay.
Okay.
Turned off.
I gotta adjust that then at some point, so you guys can see the effects.
So yeah, I see already exists on Mossy Gulliver, but you can confirm that you see
I do,
damage 6, clumsy 1.
Yeah, I see that
Okay.
there. You're good.
And so that I'll stand as my first action, I guess, and thank Corbin for dragging me back. And it looks like there's some bad things threatening us.
Yeah.
So,
Like I said, as you look down, you could definitely see bite marks and teeth marks that look like a bunny yip
I
has been.
see one in front of me that looks hungry, and I shall attempt to hit him. And I smack him with the big anchor.
Yeah, you bash him good.
And I'll give him a good thwacking again with the second swing and miss. And then that's 3 actions. Stand up and swing twice.
Okay, on to the next. That is Thorak.
Alrighty. What's that called again? I will double slice him.
Okay.
Alright, so I do my first, Yeah, I do both of the attacks first, right?
Yes, yeah, you do the both attacks to see what you've got, sort of thing, what you're working with. It's a critical for the first one. A miss for the second, so just hold shift and roll your damage as normal for the first one.
Woohoo!
Yeah, after a couple more attacks from this large anchor to this unknown orc to your right hand side, and then a couple more slashes from yourself with your short sword, and one of them goes down and it's just kind of floating in the water. There's more blood coming out of this thing, seeping out into the waters around.
And I'm just gonna move as my last action.
As you go by this one, it thrashes.
Oh,
And its jaws snapping at you as you walk by. It latches onto your arm, starts shaking, tearing at your arm, pulling. It gets a large piece of skin and leaves very deep bite marks in your forearm. It's Captain Rel. Captain Rel runs forward with one action. Will take a slice with his next action. You're all just kind of hacking away at this thing. Critical miss. He drops his scimitar. It slides out of his hand. There's a lot of spray coming in from the ocean. It's a little bit slippery, and he loses his grip on his weapon.
I'm assuming he took a reactive strike to Thorak, so I'm terrified to move now. I was gonna try to run away, but I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore.
You can do a step. Yeah, you can do a step, which is a whole action for 5 feet,
Okay.
but you avoid attacks of opportunity or reactive strikes.
oh, didn't know that.
But you can only go 5 with one action. You
Okay.
don't get your full movement. It's
Okay.
basically a 5-foot move out of harm's way. If you think that it's a possibility that they may do something similar to you.
I'm definitely terrified of that for sure.
It's also a good way to circle around, sort of above the game, sort of thing, above table. It's also a good way to circle around an enemy.
A 2-action heal, does that only heal one person?
Yes, I think it's one person at a range. The one action is touch, right?
Yeah.
1 action is touch, 2 actions is 30-foot
30
range,
feet. Yeah.
Right.
and then 3 actions is
Multiple people.
anyone within 30 feet range.
Right.
Okay, I think
So-
I'm just gonna use my cornucopia. So just on myself.
Okay. So you're going to create some... are you creating the berries or are you eating the berries?
I
Or
was
is
gonna
that, like, all in
create
one?
and eat them
Okay,
in
cool.
my 2 actions. So I
Okay,
have 2
cool.
actions left. So 1 to create it and 1 to eat it.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Okay. And that's it for my 3 actions. Oh. Oh, is that all my damage?
Yeah, you're
Shit.
bleeding like crazy. You're there's sap and sort of resin and stuff like that leaking out of your open wounds, and you're sort of wood where there's no bark to cover it. And the bunny yip continues roaring and thrashing. And it sort of, you see it breathe in. And it lets out, it's just like this wave that just comes out. It shakes almost all of you to your absolute core. Thorak, critical success.
Everybody else fails.
You are unaffected, Thorak. Everybody
Can I
else
Can
failed.
I hero point?
I want
You
a
can,
hero
yes.
point.
Let me give you a hero point here. You should have 2. You can update yourself with 2 for Mossy. That's what we do per game, is 2 per game, unless they're granted for exceptional role play or something, those sort of thing, the same sort of thing as usual.
Okay.
All right, so who failed? Did anybody crit fail, first of all?
Yeah, the captain.
Captain crit failed. Right, fighting 3. Okay, who else failed? Who isn't using Huurtz? You're not using hero
Nope.
point, correct? Okay, so frightened 2 for you. Thorak saved, and Mossy and Rosa are using rerolls. Okay, so let me see here. You 2 can get rerolls. We will check this again. Yeah, spend that hero point. And let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Okay, we have success for
How was
Rosa
mine not a critical success
and
when I
critical
rolled
success.
That
Because
doesn't make sense, does it?
because a 20 is an automatic step up from whatever it would be.
Wow.
So in this case, if that were to be in a success, because it's a nat 20, it steps automatically up to a crit success.
Okay.
Yes. And in order for you, the will save, you would have needed to get 31 for a crit. For a raw crit, which in that case would have been an actual 20 anyway, which would have
Yeah,
been the crit. So,
exactly.
yeah, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Bullshit.
Let's see here. Okay, so you are frightened 1.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared.
And-
These people are fucking me up.
Yeah, it would be very scary for you. This is likely
Yeah.
the most physical damage that you've ever taken
Definitely.
as an adventurer.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, did the roar. All right. You had that. You had that. Targets. And a bite on the captain.
Critical. God.
The captain, he grabs the captain by the arm, his forearm, and he's pulling him around like a German shepherd in training would, and yanking by the arm and pulling him, and you can see the captain's weight being thrown around by this large beast. There's blood coming out from the fangs, and he just keeps shaking.
Can I ask you a quick question about the captain?
Sure.
Because it's showing that he's prone, but he got up and walked over there. So is he prone as
yes,
such?
I meant to take it off.
meant to
I
mark
did
me
count the
for
action, but yes, I do have to take that off physically. All right, there
That
we
wouldn't have
go.
affected any of the dice rolls against him.
I know. I'm like, would that have been a crit still against him though? If he wasn't prone?
Let me see here. What was that?
24.
24. No, it wouldn't have been a crit. So I
Okay.
won't take another attack on that. I'll just leave that damage as is. That would have been 2 single D4s, so that's what we'll do. And that's the end of that turn. The captain yells, we got to put this thing down. The longer we stay here with all this blood, the more are going to come.
Okay, so frightened 2.
Yes. So if we want to look up facts, look up data, conditions, frightened. Frightened is you're gripped by fear and struggle to control your nerves. The frightened condition always includes a value. You take a status penalty equal to the value of all of your checks, equal to this value to all of your checks and DCs, unless specified otherwise. At the end of each turn, the value of frightened condition decreases by 1. So checks and DCs, you take a status penalty of 2 if you're frightened 2.
Okay. I'm just going to move over this way.
Sure, yeah.
I can't do a lot more. I mean, when we rested like last night, was it
Yes.
classed as a long rest?
Yes.
Because I only had 1 spell slot when we started, so
Okay, yes, those are all refreshed. My
okay.
apologies, I forgot to actually do it in there.
In that case, I'm going to use because I moved once, I'm going to use 2 action heal on Mossy.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope you feel a lot better for that.
I feel a slight tingling sensation.
Yeah, you probably feel more gratitude for the effort put forth than you do from the actual heal itself. And Mossy,
Okay, well-
you're up, and you're feeling a little better, a tiny bit better. Although
a bit better.
You're still feeling a little waterlogged.
I lock my eyes onto this bunny yip and just give it the worst intimidating glare it's ever seen.
It also becomes frightened. Everybody is frightened.
No, I critical success.
Yeah. You got him. You got him with it.
Oh, and then I will move forward.
Okay.
Oh, and swing the anchor at the bunny. One day I'll find the large side of this dice. And that is 3 actions. So the bunny is now frightened. Hooray!
Yes, it is, and we've reached a new round. And
Where
we're
I'm
back
at
to
is
the top
that-
of the order.
Am I close enough for lunch? That's within 5, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Good for
I'm just
lunch
gonna do
from there,
that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Gonna try hitting him again. Whoop. He's strong.
They're
Yeah, there's a
scary.
lot of like they have a lot of fat and blubber that would be covering most of their vital organs, but still after a certain amount blood loss, they're going to become weak. But you have no doubt that the thick layer of fat on the outside of these things have protected them from your
There we go.
attacks in some degree.
Got through that fat.
And yeah, as soon as you cut through and kind of finish this thing off, it lets off this huge shriek, and it's like ear-piercing shriek that's
I move away from the shore.
going.
As it dies. I don't want to be near the shore while it spreads show.
Yeah, and as it lets off this, I'll get a perception check from everyone, please.
I perceive all.
Well, looks good to me.
Yeah, everybody else says, get the hell inside, and you start to see like little silhouettes popping up out of the water. And Captain Rel says, get the hell inside. There's more of them coming. They've tasted blood and they're...
Time for running. Okay, I go inside the house because somebody told me to go inside.
Yeah, Captain is like, he's like, I'm not sure who you are, but it's clear at this point that you're at least a friend from them. So get the hell inside. There's more to come. The captain's ushering everybody inside and closes the door behind Thorak. Slams it shut. He's like, we need to bandage these up. Rosa, you're leaking all over the floor.
So are you.
She's the only one who could patch me up. And as you peek through, like the front, there's like little windows, and you peek through, and they're out there. There's more of these things out there, and they're just ravaging the bodies of the other bunny yips.
Oh. They're even eating their own?
Yeah.
The bolts.
Yeah, it's obvious at this point that it's probably the
I
best
can't
decision
remember.
to get inside. Sorry, go ahead.
Do I have to roll anything for treat wounds?
A
I can't
medicine
remember.
check.
Yeah, there's a medicine check in your actions, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, and I
Activity,
also
sorry.
took ward medic as my last thing that I got. I can't remember
Right, for your-
eat or not.
Okay.
So I've studied in large medical wards, so I can treat more than one person at a time.
With that, okay.
Yeah. I
Alright.
think it says I can treat up to 2 targets because I'm not a master yet, so I can only do 2 people.
Okay. I'm going to get you, Gavin, if you want to adjust Mossy for experience up to 254 of 1,000 into level 3 already. And then anything going forward, that should keep everybody balanced out. We're not doing milestone. We are doing EXP, but I'm going to do like a balanced EXP.
Yep. Just make sure to get me in the party sheet.
Yeah, I got you in there.
Oh, already there. Okay. One thing to note, if you are traveling with me, and you are within 30 feet of me on the field when you start, you can get a +2 bonus to your initiative from my Overwatch dedication.
Okay. So keep those modifiers in mind.
I'm
That's
going
for-
to ask Lucy a question, if that's okay.
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, from the GM, that's fine with me.
Oh, I take note that this is finally. I finally take notice that this is not the boat to Absalom. I was on boat across inner sea to Absalom.
He says, he
Wait.
steps in, he says,
I got
Whoa.
drunk.
Whoa, calm
I
down
thought
there,
off.
big man,
Whoa.
calm down. You're about an hour
I thought-
away from Absalom right now by boat.
What?
Yeah,
No
you're about an
Absalom?
hour away. You didn't quite make it. Yeah, did your ship get caught up in something, or?
I fall off of the boat.
Oh, no, that's not good. Well, you said they were headed to Absalom. I mean, we could probably catch them on their way out of port. You could let us know what flag. We'd drive you up the coast, and we could get you back to your old crew if you wanted.
No, I was buying passage to Absalom. I'm not from the crew.
Oh, okay.
And I bought fall off the boat insurance, so I'll have to figure out who to talk to about that in Absalom.
The captain starts as soon as you say you bought fall off the boat insurance, the captain starts dying laughing in front of you. He's like, what? Oh my gosh. He's like, and it takes him a second to realize that, like, you're telling him this and you have like a dead straight face look that you're ready to collect this insurance.
Yep.
And he was like, I don't know how to tell you this, but that's an old trick the captains like to play on their crew. The fall off the boat insurance, basically, it just kind of takes you for another little bit of extra percentage of what you would have paid.
I paid more and I still fell off boat and I get nothing.
No, there's no such thing. It's an old captain's joke to, for passengers, just to see if they can extract a few more coin out of them. But I mean, and he points to your incredibly large axe, and he was like, "But at least you took your anchor on the way down, right? Right?
I left it up. Oh yes, I guess this is from ship.
It's gonna surprise the shit out of them when they decide to drop anchor, huh? Oh, okay. Let's get you into bed here. Let's get you rested up, man. You're in rough shape, and he's pulling kelp, large strips of kelp that are like covering you off, and he's like, "We need to get you rested up. Be careful. Watch your step. We've just barely explored this place, and there has been some crazy shit running around here. Giant spiders and creepy crawlies and that sort of thing. So just be careful."
Okay.
All right, crew, let's get it together here. We got some injuries. I think we need to patch up.
yep. Is it? Can I do it now?
Yeah,
Finally.
go ahead.
Okay. Do I have to roll more than once, or do I use the same roll if I can treat more than one person at the same time?
I think you just target
still have to
everybody the
roll
same
twice?
way.
No, it's just 2 people I can do.
Oh, okay. So I think you just target both of them, or you would roll separately for both.
So do I have to target them by doing the control thing?
You can if you want to do them both at once, or you can just do one at a time.
Well, I'd want to do. I think me and Mossy are definitely the most injured.
Right. All right. So that's a success.
Twice. Okay. Now I'm trying to see what I get for my roll here.
While Rosa is patching everyone up and tending to wounds and whatnot, you hear a voice from the back speaking in your native tongue, welcoming you to the ranks.
Huurtz's question. I'm
Yes.
trying to figure out how to answer that, and then I accidentally just copy pasted. Yes, big green man, mean big green man, orc.
I
Is it
just
well?
want to know if our big green man, if you're
I-
his bigger green man, because you're
I
bigger.
used to be small green man. Now I'm big green man.
And the captain's like, I'm not sure what you two are talking about, but either way, it's good to make your acquaintance. And he thanks Rosa for the patch ups. Or no, you
Yeah.
didn't patch him up. You patched
I did.
Mossy up.
I'm
I'm talking
feeling
about Captain.
slightly better.
Oh,
Hey, you got Mossy and Rosa.
yes.
Oh,
That's
right.
what I wanted
Okay.
to.
You can we can get rid of your bleed too.
Can I take that off myself?
I don't think so.
No, I don't. And how often do I treat?
Once an hour, and you can
Once per hour. Okay.
do new once per hour for your targets that you just hit.
But
You
other
can
people.
You can do other people in the next 10 minutes.
Okay. So you let me know, Dan, when I can do 2 new people, like once 10 minutes has gone by.
Yeah, we'll say it's been 10 minutes. Everybody's chatting. Huurtz is chatting in Orcish with Mossy. Mossy, who introduces himself as Mossy, explains that he was getting passage on a ship, trying to get to Absalom. Explains the insurance that he paid extra for and whatnot, and
I came to find the new life in Absalom because I was getting in with the wrong crowd.
there you go. And the captain says, he says, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself? He said, I'm gonna make some tea. Tea? Anyone? Tea?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Working hard trying to heal everyone. I could use tea for sure.
So I used to be known as the tiny acrobatic worker, and I traveled with a theater. And then I got big, and I was no longer the tiny one in the box. It just didn't work on the stage anymore. So then I became part of the back end of the group. And because I'm big and, well, you saw, I can be scary. I got collections from the people who were owing their debts. After a while of doing that, I realized I probably wasn't collecting from the right people. And I'm looking for something else to do now.
So basically what happens here is Mossy starts explaining a little bit of his story and how he kind of came up as a performer, but his old gimmick stopped working once he outgrew it. And he was basically just a big orc now, like every other orc. And in that, kind of moved on to what a lot of orcs will do and use their size and their look to intimidate. And it's pretty obvious that there was some, from what's been explained, it sounds a lot to everybody like there was some extortion perhaps going on, and he was with the wrong crowd, kind of maybe some criminals who were clearly taking advantage of Mossy and his kind of his openness and
oh no, the
willingness.
whole theater is just a front for their mafia.
Oh, okay. So the whole theater is just, so he went from staying with the group, or sorry, performing in the group, to just enforcement for the group.
I went
They
from
just
being
shifted his role.
the young, oblivious performer to learning the terrible underbelly of the theater group.
Okay, got it. So there's this underlying criminal aspect to the theater people that you were working with /for, and as you outgrew your gimmick for the front, you kind of started to work in the underbelly, as
In
you
the
put
back.
it. Exactly.
So,
Okay. Got it.
As the group moved from city to city, we smuggled goods. We got things where they shouldn't be going because we're the traveling performers.
Right.
Check them out.
Right. And you've been to, this place and that place 1,000 times before. If they've checked you once, they've checked you twice, and if they've checked you twice, they're not checking you again. And that's kind of how it worked for the most part, when you guys were trying to bring stuff in and out of ports or what have you, for the group. All right. As you're explaining this, the captain comes back, and he's got a couple of small cups, and he's like, "All right, here's some tea. We'll have a quick break here. Have some tea." And he hands out cups to everyone, and he says, "We've got. I'd hate to ask you to kind of pick up where you left off. Kicking the shit out of stuff and whatnot, but." We're just trying to clear this place out, and we haven't fully cleared it, and I'm afraid if we go through one of these doors, I don't know what the hell we're going to find, so we've got a task. You're more than welcome to stay here with us for a night or two, or however long you like, but all we ask in return is that you carry your own weight and do a little bit of work to help us out. We certainly aren't going to ask you to do any of the questionable stuff or the collecting," and he does air quotes to you, Mossy. We're certainly not going to ask you to do any of the collecting your old bosses had you doing, that's for sure. But if not, you're completely on your own will. And he points out the front door. He says, "If you head out there, you can take a left, and you'll be headed straight up the road to Otari, which is a few hours by foot from Absalom. Otherwise, we can get you a little closer. We get back to the boat if you need be.
Well,
We've got a boat offshore."
I don't need to get to Absalom if you got work here.
Well, that's fair enough. Well, I can't promise you any crazy pay, or I'm not sure what they were giving you at your last job, but listen, I can give you free passage on the boat as long as you help me out.
As long as I got somewhere to sleep and got some food to eat, I think I'll be happy.
Yeah, me and the bunch back here. And as he says that, Huurtz walks through the door, and he points at Rosa and Thorak, and he says, "Perhaps a bit of a kinship between you two, the big ones." And he points back to Thorak, and he says, "My name is Captain Corvin Rell. Nice to meet you, sir. Mossy, was it?"
Yes, indeed, Mossy Gulliver.
"Pleasure to meet you, Mossy."
Hello, Mossy friend. Me hurts.
Rosa's feeling a little like unsettled about, she doesn't mind somebody joining the group, but she feels like she has to tell him that like we're basically criminals. Like obviously out of game I'm saying this, like, you know what I mean? Like she's very conflicted because she almost feels bad for him that he doesn't know, like he might not want to be part of the group once he realizes that we're probably wanted somewhere.
Okay.
He seems like he's a misfit like us.
Yeah, but I definitely
possibly wanted to.
okay, but I just want to let him know. So I feel like
Hmm.
Rose is gonna tell him everything.
All
Like
right.
I just want to tell him everything that's happened in like the past 12 sessions, basically. I just want him to know because I would
So-
feel way too uneasy with him not knowing. Like
Rosa,
that we're not
There's-
going to Absalon because they probably know us there.
so Rosa tells you it's going to take
And, like,
we got to tell you a
I-
little bit about sort of
Yes.
who we are and, whether or not you want to travel with us
Exactly.
without
I hope,
being
like-
privy to this information.
Yes, I hope it comes across like obviously like Rosa's like a really good genuine person and like this really bothers her that she's even in the position that she's in.
Right. So you're
Yeah.
you're going to try and present it as being fully transparent.
Literally exactly what happened. Yeah.
Right, okay. So, Rosa just tells you like we should grab a seat. This is going to be a long one. We've got to sort of tell you who we are so you can make an informed decision on whether or not you'd like to travel with us. She explains that the group met up in Sandpoint after a goblin raid on Sandpoint, and that prior to that, none of them were adventurers and they didn't know each other. And basically through kind of being in the same town at the same time and being forced into the same place, these powers, or just the raw need to sort of step up is what brought them to be adventurers and then start traveling as a group. Basically, along the roads and along their travels, they made their way from Sandpoint down through, stopped at a fishing trip, got asked to do a delivery down to Magnamar. They did the delivery in Magnamar. Shortly thereafter, a suspicious blast came from Arvansor Tower, which was the delivery destination of a mounted fish that the group was asked to deliver from the fishing tournament. They were out in the water after returning from a completed task, returning to shore. Upon seeing this, the group kind of started talking and was like, that's where we dropped that off. This is really suspicious. They decided not to dock back in Magnamar. They took off by boat, went back to where the fishing tournament was, a small sort of cliffside inn. Once there, word started to travel. The group was identified and fled back down cliffside into the boat and as far away as possible. They explained that captain is in debt for this ship. Currently, roughly 3,500 gold remaining on his payments, and that he is also potentially in with some questionable people for his debt. If they don't receive their payment, he says that he's basically explained that the ship will get repoed and it will probably not be pretty. The rest of the group is basically working as a crew for safe passage. The captain has sort of explained that he will keep their secret a secret unless, something reckless happens and they say, get caught in town. He says, I'll deny that I knew who you were and just kind of turn the other cheek. He explains that he'd be more likely to help you break out of jail than he would to try and stop guards from taking you to jail. So he's maintaining plausible deniability. The crew, as it were, Thorak, Rosa, and Huurtz, who has also explained that they've gone by the adventuring group named Greenveil, which is only known to them and you and the captain at this point. You also see a couple of familiars, one following Huurtz, a small parchment origami-looking paper dragon worm thing, and a small mushroom being who is hanging out awfully close with Rosa. And that's basically it. They explained that they're technically wanted in Magnamar for the bombing of Arvansor Tower, and they didn't know what they were delivering. They were tricked by someone named Ildren Kest, who was someone who was posing in that name. They figured out that was simply an alias when they went back there to the inn where they got identified. They went into a room that wasn't cleaned up yet. They found all of his prosthetics, his clothes, his gear, and basically put two and two together that they were framed, not really framed, but kind of used as pawns to deliver this explosive to Arvansor Tower. Yeah, they were the delivery mechanism for an explosive going into Arvansor Tower, which is kind of a very pivotal point in Magnamar for like guards, prison cells, right, and just kind of the soldiers, city guard, the authorities. It's a very sort of authoritative figure type tower where these people are, where they're stationed, where kind of their main headquarters. So an attack to that
sounds like there's a tower there anymore.
It was, there was a large gaping hole in the side of it when they left Magnamar. And it looked like flames were kind of coming up and escaping out of it. It didn't flatten the tower, but it did a substantial damage to what would probably be like a few floors. It would take considerable repair and, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of gold to repair.
Oh, so I asked the only question is that I would ask them is, are they trying to clear their name?
I feel like eventually, yes.
Not yet, though.
Yeah, but not like right now.
Not right now.
No,
Yeah, so
because
they
I
explain-
We're just trying to lay low right now.
Yeah.
The only leads, and I'll give this to Thorak, Huurtz, Rosa. The only leads that you guys have right now are this alias and the fact that it was sort of a disguise. The person that was there was last seen between Magnamar and Sandpoint, the Lost Coast Road. So that's really the group. You guys can use this what you will. You don't have much evidence other than what you found.
Exactly.
We have the disguise.
Yeah, and right now we're
And
just
didn't-
trying to make money and help the captain pay off his ship because we owe him a great debt.
Thorak, didn't you throw the disguise away?
No, I was gonna. Remember that? I was
Okay.
gonna, and then I was like, okay, well, we'll burn it, and then and then we did nothing. We kept it.
Okay. So yeah.
That's the way to disguise it.
Yeah, Thorak shows you, he's like the cloth, even to the point, Mossy, where there's like prosthetics. Now, Mossy, this is nothing new to you, right? You've seen performers put on all sorts of crazy clothes and prosthetics, and this is not something that is surprising to you. Right, so he starts showing you this, and you're like, "Yeah, okay, I've seen stuff like this before. Maybe so and so used it.
I grab the nose piece and just like put it on my nose and meld it in to just mesh it into my face like it perfectly fits on.
Yeah,
It was
and
you.
he grabs it and puts
Here,
it on.
I'll do a theater roll just to see if I can do it.
And puts it on, and it looks, and he's acting like he's like that couldn't have possibly been me. But the nose is like human flesh colored, like peach flesh colored sort of thing, like regular tan colored. So it's this big green dude with this normal human, sort of Caucasian flesh colored nose. And it looks like it blends well, but he's sort of doing the act for the nose. He's just doing some character work.
I'm going to check Mossy's eyes to make sure they aren't orange.
Ooh, yeah.
Mossy doesn't have orange eyes.
That's pretty
And,
much all we know about the person, right? Is the eye color.
And the name that they went by, but that doesn't really
They're
mean
alias,
much.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I will purposely fail whatever Huurtz is trying to check for, even though he's failing.
Oh, I was checking your eye colour. I was failing that.
Yeah, see, he's performing, he had his eyes closed when you were looking to try and see his eyes. You're sitting there trying to look up at him, and he's hitting poses with the nose on.
Use you, fun new friend.
For you now with the prosthetic nose on.
Yeah, for a second, Huurtz, you get really suspicious and freaked out, and then he eventually opens his eyes, and they're not orange.
And then I'll take the nose off and hand it back.
I think you're gonna fit in.
Captain says, well,
That's it.
it's good to have you on board, I guess.
And
So,
then,
Captain, it's possible for bunyips to get on our ship.
It's not likely, no. They would have to be like hauled up out of the water. Unless
Okay.
you run into the very rare breed of jumping bunyips. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just worried about Kisk. You know, he's on the ship with no
Oh,
legs.
yeah.
Okay, so as soon as Huurtz says I'm worried about Kisk, Mossy, you remember a kobold named Kisk, who was also a performer within, not like directly with you, but you remember that name. A kobold named Kisk. A red-skinned kobold named Kisk. And you're kind of, it's bringing back memories. You don't remember exactly, but you've heard that name before, and you're quite sure they're performed
sounds like
or
a
something.
traveling jester we've ran across before.
And as soon as you say Kisk, Mossy reacts, and it's apparent that he recognizes the name Kisk.
We go check on him and make sure
And
he's
yes,
okay.
And yes, you do recognize the name Mossy.
I can use my spyglass to look at him on the ship from the shore.
Oh, yeah, you should.
So you spent
Have all
sorry. Go
have
ahead.
all the bunyips left the shore, or are they still warming? Can we see?
So
Oh,
you
yeah.
spent about a couple of hours, going, kind of chatting about history and the lore and what's happened to the group up till this point. The captain doesn't explain his situation as much. He's a little bit less forthcoming, and just kind of like, yeah, whatever sort of thing, right? And yeah, he doesn't sort of explain his situation outside of the whole, like, I owe for my
He's
ship.
trying to pay off the boat.
I owe for my ship. I owe this much, and you know, if they'll try to come repo it, and it won't be pretty. That's all you've got out of the captain.
I can be the anti-repo man.
All right. So upon looking out, you don't see any more of them. It's been about a couple of hours. You see basically little bits of flesh and gnawed up bone along the beach, but that's it.
Has all the blood washed away from the shore as
not,
well?
Not fully, but for the most part, like for the most part, it's all gone. You know how like
But
when
it's not like pooling in the front anymore. It's maybe just on the sand. And
little bits of stuff. Exactly. Like when piranhas, when they frenzy in on stuff, just kind of like just barely meat covered bone left, basically.
Right.
And yeah, as soon as someone mentions
step on the porch
Kisk,
and make sure Buddy's okay.
yeah, as soon as someone mentions Kisk, you're like, oh shit, we forgot about Kisk. And you try to look out, and you can only see the boat. You can't see much detail on what's happening in the boat. It's like it's up high, higher than you are. You don't have a good angle on it, sort of thing. You can just kind of see the boat.
But there's no fires on the boat. There's no smoke. There's no...
The boat isn't on
anything
fire.
like
No.
that, right? Okay.
No, the boat isn't burning. It appears to be fine, exactly where you left it.
And I think we can assume that he's okay.
The captain comes out and he's like, well, whatever we're going to do, we should either A, clear this place out, or B, go find that clock and get that back up to the shore.
I feel like those go hand in hand, clearing out and all that. How long have we been here? Like, can I do more medicine checks?
You've been
Just
here
to make
for
sure.
about, oh, you mean like just as of this session sort of thing? Yeah, your minutes have passed. You've been chatting and explaining for a couple of hours at least. Drinking tea, just kind of explaining stuff, chatting back and forth.
Would you have had enough time to heal everybody then?
Yeah, let's get everybody back to square here. Bandaging everybody up. Tending, giving berries, I assume. From
Berries,
the cornucopia
yeah.
or whatever.
Yep.
Just
and
whatever
like, just
ways
my
you can kind of thing.
treating. Yeah, exactly.
Right. All right. Huurtz is prestidigitating.
Yep, tidying up.
Tidying up, clearing cobwebs. Trying to make this place a little bit more comfy.
Cleaning off all the bark that fell off of me. And vines.
Captain says, you want to lead the way, big man? We haven't been in either of these doors. And he points here and here.
I didn't see the thing. Oh.
Yeah, to your left or your right. He says, we haven't been through either of those yet. We kind of went through. He says, but watch the doors. We already ran into a situation where Thorak got grabbed by some kind of contraption. Yanked him right up off his feet, a good 3-4 feet off the floor. Some sort of sail rigged up with a noose. So just watch your step.
Yes, be careful.
Okay, I guess I will check the door out with perception.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. We'll get a perception roll from Mossy.
I'm going to do this one.
Okay, yep. Okay, you don't detect any trap, but you do kind of hear something odd on the other side of the door.
Is the door flush all the way around the edges, or is there any jutting at the top of the door or the bottom of the door?
No, the door seems flush, but upon closer inspection, you see heavy webbing kind of coming through.
Ew.
I
More
think
spiders.
there's spiders in here.
Yeah, we've dealt with some of those already.
Well, Well, I shall approach the door.
Okay.
And is everybody ready? And
Can we
in
take a quick
places
break?
that they want to be?
Yeah, we can get ready to go through this door here, and we will take a let's take 15. We'll take a 15-minute break, and we'll be back shortly.
Okay.
Okay.
And through the magic of video editing and just basically a pause button, we're back 2 seconds later. We're getting ready for Mossy to open the door and start inspecting the next room here.
We think it's going to be a sticky situation.
Haha.
All
Just
right.
a little bit.
And roll for initiative.
Oh, wow. I just fumbled that in it roll.
Everybody get their 2 modifier on there.
Oh, that wasn't my one. That was somebody else's.
I don't believe so.
No, you don't have the plus 2
I'll
next
add
to
it to your. I'll add it to your.
Another
thing for
natural
11.
1?
I know.
You better switch them dice up.
I would say you do still have other
You know
dice
what?
you
I
can
will.
use.
Yeah, I should have 10.
You should have 10.
Double click the button.
Wait, it says you're 13 for in it.
He double
Yeah, because
clicked.
I click the roll.
Okay.
You know, as in a lot of the stuff, it's like double click it to roll the
I
dice.
gotcha. Yeah, some of it's double clicks, and some of it's a single click. All right. So,
And then the rolling in it triggers my quick tempered for rage. I don't know if it still shows. I can't see if the
let me
effects
see
still
here.
show.
I gotta change. I'm gonna change this right now. I gotta go in there and effects. Right? Is that what it is? Effects.
What class are you,
Show-
Mossy?
I'm a barbarian.
Whoa.
Show effects on notice. Yes. Show effects on. It says show summary display. Show effects on notice. Show effects icons. Yeah, icons. Weird.
Yeah, so I click effects and I see an area for it, but here, I'll target. Can I even see my own targets? Yeah, I'm targeting myself.
Yeah.
Then I apply the effect. Oh, now I see it.
There
Okay.
you go. Okay, good.
And I can manage it.
Good.
But it wasn't showing it before.
All sorted. I like it.
And then I see 2 spiders in the room.
Yes. One immediately, basically in about 10 feet to your left, 10 feet to your right. Both kind of sitting there, and as the door flies open, you notice they kind of come to and raise up from their sort of rested position.
Okay. Then I will move in and up. So I'm in front of Giant Spider 2.
Okay.
And 1 action. And I will take an intimidating strike against Mr. Giant Spider 2. So that's just a standard attack. If I hit it, it gets frightened 1. If I crit it, it gets frightened 2, and I still do whatever my normal damage is.
Okay.
But it burns 2 actions. At least I hit it. And it's dead. It's not frightened. It's just dead.
All right. Yeah, you walk through and you slash this thing down, and it seems as though more this is kind of a chore at this point. You're not noticing these to be an incredibly big threat as much as a nuisance, and it's just kind of a matter of clearing this place out. They're not necessarily.
Wrong person.
What's that? Sorry.
I think the turn marker's on the wrong person.
Oh, is it? Okay. It was your turn. Let me see here. Get us back to the top of the turn order 1. There we go. Okay.
And then, I'm done all my actions. I moved in, and I intimidating strike the spider into the floor, and he's a pancake now.
Okay, yeah.
And that's all my actions. So it's Rosa up now.
Is that door shut for me? I can't tell.
No.
Okay. No, it's open. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, there's still 2?
No,
Well,
one's down on the ground.
Oh, okay. Which one's dead? The one in front of him, obviously.
That one, yeah, bleeding. Okay. There you go.
I'm gonna actually stay at the door.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah. So that's one action. I have fine line of sight because I can see him perfectly fine there. Okay. I'm gonna do it's called Spout. So it's a cantrip. And it's a 5-foot cube, so it's just around him.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a 30 feet range. It's 2 actions. So water blasts upwards, coming out of the ground, rising from a pool, or even manifesting from thin air. The creatures in the area take 2d4 bludgeoning damage with a basic reflex saving throw.
Okay.
So
go ahead and get the throw out there.
Target him.
Takes half damage.
Okay. Not very much damage, eh?
It did. I thought you said it was 2d4.
Yep, it is. So why did it do 3?
I don't know.
Did a cantrip?
Yeah.
It auto heightened. Cantrips get stronger as you level up. So the spell may say that, but then, like, what was the spell called?
Spout.
Heightened.
Yeah, because it says 3d4 bludgeoning.
Oh, yeah. It heightened +1. So for every level, you gain 1d4 extra damage.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I thought you had to use a spell slot of a heightened.
So cantrips are special. They auto heighten with level, whereas normal spells, if you want to cast a level 1 spell in a level 2 slot, then you can get the heighten bonus. Some spells will say heighten +2, and that's where you need to take them up 2 whole slots. So you would cast a level 1 spell at level 3 to get a +2 heighten bonus.
Okay, cool. Yeah. It's automatically, it's automated. So yeah, cool. That's great.
And I'm going to move back just so I'm out of the way, so I'm not in the way of anybody else trying to come through the door.
All right, cool.
Actually, I don't know if I can do that. Because did I have to move
Did
to
you
get
apply,
in front of the door?
Did you apply any damage to him? How much damage did you do?
Only 2.
Oh, right. It was halved.
Unfortunately.
Right,
I can't move, actually, because I had to move to get into the doorway, and that was a 2 action.
That's right. Yep.
So I will keep my character there.
All right. And the captain.
I'm pretty small, though. Maybe they can go around me.
Yeah, you're going to have to do like a kind of a tumble through thing. Oh, yeah. He just slides.
I was going to say he hopped right over me.
Captain Parkour.
And that one's down. Says, all right, looks like that's all we can see here. And he starts cutting his way through the webs. And this is very thick cobwebs all throughout this long room. It's a little bit difficult to see. You have to kind of cut them down. All the furnishings are kind of covered in webs. Along the south wall, there's a table that you can barely see through all this stuff. Like the windows, you can't even see out of the windows.
I saw Huurtz cast prestidigitation and clean up a room earlier, so I asked him if he wants to come in and do that.
Okay, are we out of initiative order?
Yep, back to exploration.
Well, I don't think there's anything more to squish. I will look around thoroughly for more spite and do a terrible job at it.
Tells you there's no more spiders. We got them all. You're sure that you got all the spiders. You're sure of it. And as you cast prestidigitation, the webs start clearing away. The blood also disappears. You're tidying up the blood and the cobwebs. Blood disappears. The cobwebs clear, and right to your right-hand side, Huurtz, you see a torch.
Is it lit?
Yes.
It's lit.
Yes, it's lit, but the flame doesn't appear to be burning anything. And as you clear it off, the light kind of almost escapes through it, and you recognize this as an ever-burning torch. It basically sheds light constantly. It requires no oxygen, it generates no heat, and the flame can be covered or hidden, but not smothered or quenched. You can go ahead and put that, whoever wants to grab it, it's in the party sheet.
Cool.
I think somebody who can't see in the dark should have it.
So that's that. But that's all that you see out of this room.
So could I use an ever burning torch as like a fake fire eating act?
Yes, but you would be essentially just kind of hiding the flame, not. But yes, you could without burning it. You could do it and do a horrible job and make it believable at the same time because of the fact that it doesn't burn. So like even if it did touch any part of you, it wouldn't burn or anything like that. So
that's the
in short,
idea.
yes.
It just looks like it's burning,
Right.
but it's not actually burning.
Yes. To those who wouldn't be able to perceive the difference between the performance or whatever, the average onlooker wouldn't know that that's what this is, right? The average civilian wouldn't be aware of necessarily like an ever-burning flame or something like that.
Would I know that our performers use these in their acts in their act as well? Or what I need to do?
Yeah, give me a recall knowledge. What do you have here? Give me a recall knowledge for your lore, for theater lore. Yeah, absolutely. You recognize this as such immediately.
Then I take it and say I can use this in an act. If nobody else wants to take it, but I have dark vision if somebody actually needs it.
No, I think it's fine. You can have it.
Yes.
And the captain goes, "It's all right, big guy, I got this one. You take a break on this one." And he kicks the door open and he's like, it's just back out into the hall.
I think we were here before.
He walks around and tries to sneak up behind behind Rosa. Rosa, can I get a perception roll?
And I think I did medicine. It's the exact same bonus.
Is it the exact same bonus?
It is. It's plus 11.
Yeah, the captain comes around and scares the shit out of you. He comes behind. You see him kind of go through the door to the top of the room, and then he jumps out behind you.
I literally jump out of my skin. Captain, why'd you do that?
I didn't know that went through that way.
I've had enough scaring already today.
All right. The captain's like, you haven't been through this one?
You're just opening all the doors.
Captain is,
What was
yeah.
this one?
Yeah, captain
I
is.
thought he was going to this one over here, but I guess not.
A captain basically seen the big guy going, and he's like, oh, I gotta help out. I gotta do my thing.
I'm just going to tell the captain, remember I'm to Thorak.
Oh, right. Yes, the sailing rig.
Yeah.
The sailing.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot. And he after sticking his head in the door, he looks around again inside. He kind of jumps back out and looks back in. He's like, oh, I think everything's good. My feet aren't dangling, so I think we're good.
Where did he go? I don't see him. There he is. Okay.
And he's like, oh. And he as he gets to the door here, he says, shh. Door opens. There we go. And he says, we've got more. And we'll get everybody to roll for initiative once again, please. Don't forget to add
+2 if you're close enough.
How close was it you had to be? 30 feet, wasn't it? Or 20?
I think it was 30 feet.
Close enough to what? Should I have had it on?
Too mossy. I think I was 25 from him, so I think you're 30.
So maybe there should be 2 more on me there then.
Has it been more than a minute since the last combat ended?
Yes.
Yeah, because I had to clear the room and...
Mm-hmm. You
Captain
found the
ran around
torch.
and
You
did his little-
examined it.
Okay.
I'll let you go up into the next room, Rosa, if you want, or prepare yourself. Make a move, basically.
Can I go there? I can't see.
Yeah, I need you to do angles though, not direct paths. Do like a movement, and then do your. There you go, something like that.
Like that?
Exactly.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, we're ready. I think. Who is the top of the order?
Captain.
Captain leans back. He goes, "We got a spider on the left, a spider on the right, about 10 feet away. Back in the corner of the room on the back wall, something else. I don't know what the hell it is. It's pretty big, and it's not a spider. I don't think." He kind of leans back in, pulls back out. It might be a spider.
Sounds gross.
And he's like, "Oh, off we go," and charges in. Out of sight, out of everybody's sight. I think everybody's sight, or maybe no. Mossy, you can see like his arms swinging around as he starts trying to attack here.
Holy.
Woohoo!
He said, "One down,
Captain's
get
on
in
his
here."
shit. Now,
And after his description, you know there's something here and something back here, based on his description.
okay, so technically that's 25 feet. Will you let me just go over here so I'm not blocking the doorway still as one action, like one movement?
Let's see here.
Because technically this would still be 25 feet. It's just like over one step.
I'm gonna say negative on that. I'm gonna give you the 25 feet in the doorway. I'm gonna make you block the doorway.
I don't want to block the doorway.
You want to spend an extra?
Yeah, because I don't
Action?
want people to have to tumble through.
All right.
Is she not easily step over at all?
No, you guys had to tumble through to get even
Okay.
past me. Even
Yeah,
though
I
I'm
tumbled through
small.
with the captain.
Okay.
Yeah, if it were outside, you know, it would be more easily passable, but where you're inside in the doorways and stuff, not so easily passable.
Okay.
All right, Mossy, you're up.
Okay, so I don't see any of the enemies right now. Did the captain kind of point in the directions that they were before he
Yeah, the captain
off
did
into the
a
room?
did a shout out to let everybody know where they were, and it's right to the right as you go in the door, and he said the back corner back in this direction. So you know there's basically this side of the room is empty, and this side has stuff. And you've seen the captain go in there and tear one of them up.
Just checking. Okay, so the urge to fight drives me ever forward. I gain a +5 status to my speed. This bonus goes to +10 when I'm raging.
So did you
So
rage
I
again?
believe I've already got the +5 applied naturally. And yeah, that's why I asked if it's been more than a minute since the
Okay.
last combat.
Okay, yeah.
And so yeah, I auto raged with in it. So I should have 35 total movement.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. I'm gonna go this far, but I'm not finishing the movement. I want to base where I go after
Okay,
I get
yeah.
in the room. And then I'll use the rest of the movement to go around the table. It's going to make me go through the table. I'm going to kind of
That
do
way?
there.
Okay. So that's 2
And
actions
that's
total, right?
2 actions. And then I shall attempt the smashies on the really big guy. Put an anchor through his face, or not. I will swing and miss. My big axe is a little unwieldy, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of uses its weapon to kind of parry your large axe, and it immediately lunges forward with a claw attack of its own. It hits and does quite a bit of damage, although you're... Let's seem to be relatively unscathed for the most part.
Yeah, the temp HP took half of that.
It misses again. And then as it does it, as it misses its last one, it kind of hisses and lunges forward with fangs to try and bite you. You notice it reveals like fangs that are almost like a spider's fangs, and they're dripping with some sort of liquid. It's building up on the end of them as it tries to bite. Luckily, it doesn't manage to
Would
bite
I
you.
know that it looks poisonous?
You wouldn't necessarily know that it looks poisonous, but it looks like it's trying to inject you with something. And based off of what you know, anything that comes out of a fang is not good. So you're not sure whether it's poisonous or whether or not it will do something else, but the general knowledge you would have would be that any sort of liquid that comes from a fang is bad news.
Okay, follow-up question.
Sure.
When it hit me the first time,
It hit you with a
did
claw
I need to
attack.
okay, so that didn't trigger any of the poison effect.
No, it was fangs. It's purely the fang was where you're seeing it. You're not seeing that on its actual claws.
Okay.
All right, Thorak rushes into the room and immediately takes the corner to where the captain has pointed out Spider is.
And I would like to do double strike, which I just want to double check. I should have done this already. Make sure I'm doing the right one first. Where's it say? All right. Okay. All right, double strike. So here's first.
Okay, that's going to be a crit.
And second. Yeah.
So you can do your hold shift for. Actually, you don't have to, but just hold shift and do your things like you normally would.
Do I
You didn't-
store next damage?
Yeah.
And hold shift?
Yes.
Okay.
And then when you do your next one, you're going to hold shift as well.
Okay.
I have a feeling the spider won't be walking.
This spider is gonna be. It's gonna be bits, not a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cut through a ton of web, and your blade, while you're doing it, you're just coming down on it, and it just goes clean through all the web and right through the spider. It splits in half, and the two halves fall onto the floor.
And end of my turn.
Okay, Huurtz. You can kind of see through the crack in the doorway. You have a good idea of roughly where the enemy is.
Gonna move slightly here so I can see what's going on in the room.
Sure.
Then gonna use a movement to try and climb on the table if possible.
Sure, yeah. Take difficult terrain, so that would be 10 feet to climb up on there.
Okay.
I think that'll fall under the movement anyway from where you were at, maybe?
Well, I'm going to use it as like second movement.
Okay, cool.
Well, I'm going to say I went into the room with one, then used one movement to get on top of the table. And then I will use a one-action blazing bolt
Okay.
on Spider-Man thing.
That is a miss.
That is. Now then, my turn.
All right. Captain Rel says, after you, my dear, and delays his turn until after Rosa.
Delaying his turn?
Yeah.
How tall is the table? Is that going to interrupt my line of sight?
Let's see here.
Do I have
No.
to get on top of the table?
Nope, you're good.
Oh, okay. Do something cool that I haven't got to do yet either. It's 120 feet. Okay. See if I hit it. Success, half damage. Okay. Oh yeah, I just wanted to click that off to make sure I remembered that I did it. So that was acid grip. So this really cool, like, taloned hand grips the target, burning it with magical acid.
Keep your hands to yourself.
And I technically can move it 5 feet in the direction of my choice.
Okay, right.
But I'm not really sure if moving it. Ooh. No, I'm not going to move it because Mossy will get to hit him first.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to keep him there. And I'm going to cast, because that was 2 actions. So I'm going to cast Guidance on, let's do it on the captain. You might kill him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, the captain will run and hop up on the table and try to run across. That's up. That's 10, 20, 5. It hops down with the second action. And as he's coming down, he swings with his scimitar, which he did recover. I'll say he recovered from the water outside once he dropped it. I'm retconning that because I didn't actually say he grabbed it.
I'll run you from the inside out.
Ooh.
All right. That is that. We will go on to the next. Mossy, you're up.
I give him the good old-fashioned glare He becomes the frightened. Then I shall swing the axe into his face and ask him if he really thinks he's going to eat me today. One day I'll find the larger side of this dice.
Well, I mean, since you asked, I'm quite hungry. I could go for a snack.
I asked him if he likes iron and him again. Oh, I missed. And I'm out of actions. Oh.
All right, give me a sec here.
Oh, that was the fangs.
You,
Oh, but I see.
yeah, you're essentially you're not sure if it's all the salt that's seeped into your body during the your little soak at sea, but whatever it is, it's not affecting you in any way.
I just look at him and say, "Icy, yummy."
What's so spicy? All right, that's that. He sees that you don't react to the poison, like in any negative way, and starts clawing at you.
Does the crit success mean I'm immune to it for the rest of the fight?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so for me to get to him, I guess I have to get on the table.
Yeah, you've got 20 feet right here because it's difficult terrain. It's actually like maybe 10 or 15, but it's actually doubled. So it's going to take a whole action to get up onto the table. I'll also need an athletics to see if you balance yourself on the table.
Do I do that first?
Yes, you can do the athletics first because, if it's something like a crit fail or something. Okay, yep. Yeah, that's fine. Successfully traverse the table over to the edge.
Like here?
Yes,
Okay. So I have 2 actions left?
correct.
Okay. I will double strike him then. Why can't I grab it? Hit. Hit. All right. I'm not doing shift though, right?
No,
No, okay. So that's only when it's a critical?
correct.
Okay.
All right.
And that's my turn, I guess.
Yeah, the melee
And he's-
fighters in the group have this thing basically cornered here.
Yeah.
The rest of the group, other than Huurtz and Rosa, are surrounding this thing. Captain on the floor, Mossy on the floor, and Thorak standing up on the table. If you want to have a clear shot to it, Huurtz, you would have lesser cover if you jump and shoot under the table if you're doing something direct. Whereas right here, right now, it's full cover. Again, that's assuming you're doing some sort of direct thing that needs a line of sight.
Well, I'm looking at the party and seeing everyone seems to be quite healthy and surrounding quite injured. spider thing in the corner. So I'm
Right.
just going to stand on the table and clean it up a bit.
Yeah, as you clean up, the blood stains disappear off the floor. The cobwebs start to go away. And it is mid-fight, but can I get a perception check, please, from Huurtz?
Love the multitasking.
You see a large clock in the corner after you clear out the cobwebs.
Oh.
There's a large grandfather clock in the corner.
Oh.
All right. And next round, Rosa, you're up.
Isn't it technically the captain's turn?
No,
'Cause
the
didn't
captain.
he just delay his action?
Yes, but when you delay, you basically move yourself to that slot.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't say I want
Yeah,
my
you
old
force
slot
it.
back.
You force
Oh.
yourself lower in the turn order for all
Yeah.
remaining rounds.
And he could continue to do that if I'm not mistaken. He could do it down the list. Like this turn, if
Yeah,
I
you
wanted to
can-
delay until after Mossy, I could jump down
Oh.
below Mossy and I would stay there as long as I didn't go any further down. Yeah, so if
Okay.
you think a situation presents itself where somebody else should go first and run into battle and you've got high on the initiative order, you can just delay your turn and say, you don't even have to say where you want. You can technically,
Right.
once someone's turn ends, you can interject and be like, I'm coming back in now. And you'll just put yourself in that spot in the initiative.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, I
sometimes
guess,
it's not best
yeah,
for
sorry.
me to go first.
Right, because you're a caster, so
Right?
you wouldn't necessarily want, or you would
Exactly.
want to kind of see the dynamic of the battlefield. Absolutely. You can delay basically
Right.
and then put yourself back in and you'll stay there. You can't go up the initiative order, but you can delay again to go further down if you want.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cast guidance on Mossy. So that's one action.
Okay.
And then I think I'm gonna use a 2-action heal on Mossy as well. Oh, I didn't have him target it. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, and then I'll end my turn.
Mossy, you feel a refreshing, basically calm come over you, and your wounds start healing and sealing back up. You notice kind of like an ethereal sort of looking vines and thorns like a needle stitching your wounds, and then they disappear into the ether, and your wounds are all healed up.
Oh, yeah.
The captain lunges forward and just cuts clean through the chest of the spider, and the spider thing, creature humanoid, and its guts just kind of open up and spill out onto the floor. Makes quite a mess, and it stinks. You see here, I'm gonna get
Lucky.
let's see here. I will do this here. I think I can force this check out from over here if I'm not mistaken. Where is it at? Maybe not. Give me a... Where are we at here? Give me fortitude rolls, everybody. Fortitude saves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. hold on, I didn't roll.
Okay.
Does this have anything to do with poison?
No. It's
Okay.
it's the smell, and most of you, it's rotten. Most of you are able to handle it. Hurts, your stomach just turns on you and empties itself all over the floor.
He's on the table.
You can't, or yeah, all over the table. Sorry. Yeah, it comes out. It kind of just you
Splashing
can't
on
help
the
it.
floor.
It comes out onto the table and just spills over the edges, and chunks and liquid are just dripping onto the floor.
Poor guy.
Man, I guess I better be doing this again.
After a
least you
moment
got
of
that
prestidigitation,
spell.
a little magical hand pulls out a handkerchief and starts dabbing it at the edges of Hertz's mouth where there's leftover, and quickly starts wiping and cleaning up and tidying the immediate area.
I take one of the lemons I got in my inventory to try and freshen my breath.
All right. How many lemons do you have left? You've been traveling at sea with those lemons for quite some time.
Well, I stocked up in Otari before we left there, so if any had a couple.
Did you?
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah. Whenever I call in anywhere for like food, I always ask to stock up on lemons.
All right. So that is that. You're here in the dining room. This is should say, full of cobwebs. It was hard to see anything. You've seen the spiders and their webs and whatnot. It's now cleaned up. In the middle of the room, there is a large trestle table with benches along each side. A cabinet along the south wall holds a collection of what appears to be tin dishes at a glance. And the door to the east is where you came in from. And there's also a door to the north that has several planks nailed across it.
That's ominous.
Yeah, and a grandfather clock, the one described by Tamily Tandervale.
That's what we're looking for.
It appears to be. It fits the description to the T, and it's the only one you've seen.
Should we take it to the ship to keep it safe?
Yeah, it'll have to go back to the ship anyways, so it's definitely safer there.
All right, so is the plan to take it right now back to the ship?
I feel like wouldn't hurt.
I feel like we should go and try and find what's his fellow? What's his name? Where are the player notes? Kisk. I think we should go and find Kisk and ask if we may borrow his wheels to make moving this clock easier.
What are you laughing for?
I think we can carry
it's
it.
funny. It's a funny thing to do. It's hilarious, actually. Like, hey, can we borrow
big
that to
is
put
this
clock
clock?
on?
That's a
It's
grandfather
a grandfather
clock.
clock.
So
Yeah,
Rose
it's
is not
a
doing
large
shit
clock.
to help.
Rosa
That's for
can't
damn
carry it.
sure.
Hertz can't
No.
carry it. Captain's
No.
going to have a hard time. The only two people who would be equipped to carry this would be Mossy and Thorak.
Right.
Thorak would have a very hard time on his own. Could do it. It'll be much easier with.
If I put down my axe, can I try to just like one-hand it?
Yes. All right. So here's how I'm going to break this down, like above table. I'm going to break this down. Thorak, if you're taking it on your own, it's going to be a DC 22 athletics. Mossy, if you're taking it on your own, I'm going to be looking for like an 18. And then if you're carrying it together, I'm looking for a 15. So that'll just help clarify.
Do the safety and go We'll carry it together.
Yeah.
It looks expensive.
So the thing
I
about carrying
would
it
have loved to
together
see you
is
win
it's a
arm it, though.
lower it's a lower check, but I need the check from both of you, obviously.
Okay.
And what one was it? Sorry,
Athletics.
athletics. I mean, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Oh, I think I just picked it
Oh
up.
no!
Yeah, Mossy picks it up with one hand, throws it over his shoulder, and he's like, "I got
Oh, good.
this."
Okay. Thank God.
He's like, "I got this. Don't worry." You like slip and almost fall underneath it, and you're like terrified for a moment, but you see that Mossy basically has this thing with one hand, like he's palming a basketball, and it's just hovering in midair above you, and you don't know what's happening. And then you realize after he hauls it back and kind of throws it over his shoulder, he's like, "Are you okay?" He kind of looks at you like, "What are you doing on the floor underneath this clock?"
I slipped, man. I slipped. Thank God you got
Yeah,
it.
you have Mossy. You have no issue. You
Oh.
just manhandle this thing. You orc handle it. You orc it out.
That's so funny.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh.
He orcs it out. A 20 and a 1. Oh, that's so half orc of you, Thorak.
Yeah, that's my human side coming through.
Okay, yeah. So, if you guys want to haul this thing back to the boat, Mossy's got it.
Hey guys, you gotta show me where this ship is now.
Yes.
So, yes, everybody, is that the agreed upon plan? We'll just clear the tokens.
Yeah,
Off
we'll
the
go
map
to the
we
ship
go.
and then we
All
can
right.
check on him too.
All right. So you come out. There's the obviously the raft out front. We'll say it's large enough to get everybody in, including the newcomer and the boat, or sorry, the grandfather clock. You slowly make it back. The waters are a bit more rough than when you first came, but the bunyips are gone. You don't see any crabs or any sort of dangerous aquatic life circling your raft. So you, with the captain kind of at the pedals and paddles rather, and Thorak on the other side on the other paddle, the group hops in and makes their way back to the ship. Upon arriving at the ship, you climb up the rope ladder. After yelling out to Kisk, Kisk pulls up. You see his head poke over the side, and you see it leave, and then the rope ladder basically comes tumbling over the side and rolls down to the raft, and you all make your way back up. So here, I'm going to give you the with that natural 20. I'm going to carry that through right to this ladder, and you hauling it back up. Actually, no. What you'll do is you'll leave it on the boat. That'll probably be easier, and then just lift the boat up with the. Because there's like the system where you raise it up.
The winches and whatnot.
The winches, exactly. And hauling the boat back up, so you can leave that there or whatever you choose. Everybody sort of piles back into the boat from the raft, I assume.
Yep.
All right. And as you get back in,
there's
you hear
something to do on the boat.
what you'd see is when you hop over onto the boat, Captain kind of, he says, "Welcome aboard, newcomer, to Gold Tracer." And he kind of shows the ship, just kind of waves his hand out before the ship, and you see the deck at a glance. And then you see Kisk. You see Kisk, as it were. And he doesn't immediately recognize you, Mossy, but you immediately recognize him, and you hear as the wheels go across the boards on the deck. And he comes up and he's like, "The ship is safe and sound, Captain. Yes, yes." And he salutes the captain and kind of starts trying to do stuff. He's not great at it, but he's doing stuff, right? He got the ladder over the side. The ship isn't on fire. He's doing all right.
He's doing a
So do I
great
need
job.
to do a recall knowledge on Kisk, or do I just remember who he is?
As
now?
soon as you see him, You recognize him, but he doesn't have his prosthetic legs that he had when he was in the circus.
Okay.
Yeah, or when he was in the act with you. And you find that strange as he's just pulling himself around on the board. He doesn't have the nice set of legs that he had many, many years ago.
Oh, so he's just like on a skateboard?
Basically, he's on like a plank of wood with wheels, with 4 wheels, one on each corner.
Okay.
That's why I thought I could move the clock nice and easy.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about when he said if we could borrow this thing to move the clock around. Was his chair of wheels, or if you will. That's being generous, though. That description's being generous. It's basically some strapped together planks with wheels on them. Yeah.
I look at the stability of the platform and I look at the clock. I'm like, you sure that thing would have worked for the clock?
So you remember Kisk, and nobody else knows this. So basically, shut your in-game ears off for a second. Nobody else is hearing this. He used to have an act. You remember it very clearly now. He used to have an act basically where he was the assistant, and they would saw his legs off. It was this big act, right, where they would saw his legs off, and he had his fake legs, and he'd be there screaming, and then they would put him back together, right? It was like the classic like saw a man in half type thing, but it was the legs. And you know the trick, obviously, the gimmick legs. He never had legs in the first place. They were just gimmick legs, and he would just pop them off in the middle of the act.
No, it's worse than that. He lost them in the first try of the real attempt.
All right. You're going to get a hero point for that. That's good stuff. That's real good stuff. Now, that being said, we'll go back to the table level and everybody. So yeah, you see Kisk and you recognize him immediately. He doesn't recognize you, and then he kind of pulls up and bumps into you and says, "Hey, Thorak, yes, here, I made something for you. It's a little bracelet. I found some rope, and I thought it was cool. Very, very nautical. Yes. Since you do the ropes and stuff around the boat, I thought it'd be fitting to give to you." And he hands it up to you, Mossy, and he's like, he kind of slowly looks up, and he's like,
and I'm like, wrong orc?
And you see him look at you, and he kind of gives a weird glance. And he doesn't recognize you.
I tried to give him a hint. I begin to crouch down.
He doesn't recognize you, and as you crouch down, just give me a sec here. His eyes squint up. His arms reach out, and he grabs you by the face. He says, "Little Mossy? Little Mossy? Is that you?"
Yes. I got big. I can't roll under the table.
Oh my God, you got so big. You're so big. Oh my gosh. What happened to you? I haven't seen you for so many years.
I had to move to the back of the circus.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I left that place a long, long time ago. I had to get away from there. I started traveling and I ended up on the boat. And I ended up in Otari.
I fell off the boat. And the captain here tells me my fall off the boat insurance isn't gonna be good. Still not sure about that.
And you hear Captain chuckle from the background as he's kind of doing stuff. And he says, "Oh, how are you? You're so big, very strong. Yes."
You are missing pieces. I look around at the bottom of him.
Can I get a perception check from everybody else. Thorak, Rosa, Huurtz. You all realize at this moment you've been bullshitted. He wasn't, his legs were not chopped off by the people in town. He was completely bullshitting. It becomes obvious to you. So Mossy, just as a point of backstory, Kisk, and you don't know this in character, Kisk has been telling everybody that in a failed raid attempt on the townspeople chopped his legs off and left him there as an example. It's all bullshit. And the rest of the group realizes this right now.
Oh, you.
He's been telling you he had legs? Yeah. Legs first.
And then he's kind of like, Kisk is kind of like, uh-oh. Yes, telling the complete truth. No. Well, you see, you make more coin on the deck when people feel bad. Yes. So I tell them bad story to pay to cover the costs and get more coin. Yes. Sorry?
Well, you're usually useful wherever you are, Kisk, if you've been useful to them, as long as they're not pissed off by whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, so he's lied to you. Mossy seems, everybody else might be. No, I don't want to say for sure. Thorak, I guess you're a little bit like, you lied.
I don't, something like that. I don't care so much.
All right.
Didn't affect us really, right?
Okay. How's Rosa feeling?
I don't care.
Okay. And Huurtz, how does Huurtz feel about finding this information out? Anything?
I feel a bit conflicted, considering I used message to terrify that bloke who we killed and hung to the front of the ship for what you did to him.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was most of the whole real violent part of that was because he messed with the captain. But you guys did kind of deal with the whole feeling bad for him because of this, right? He kind of got you guys with it, right? He got you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just a feeling of you little shit.
Exactly.
Right? More so than well, since you lied, we're going to take your arms off too. And, we'll throw you in the water and make you a buoy.
We all have our shortcomings. We've all done bad shit. I think we're a little more understanding to something like this.
Yeah, it's becoming pretty obvious that this is like a ragtag group of kind of people who are
misfits,
fitting in, not even necessarily misfits, but fitting in more with each other than they have elsewhere ever. Right? The sense of belonging, right? Where it's like, well, I'm a fuck up. And then it's like, well, you're a fuck up too. And it's like, well, we've got shit we're hiding. And then there's this big dynamic where
we accept each other.
Right. You're like, okay, we have, right? There's an acceptance amongst these flaws, none of which are, you're a complete murderous psycho that any of you know of, or something of the sort, right? Something completely outrageous. So it's kind of like, I guess, fair enough. We know that he didn't lose his legs the way he says. He says, but we keep this secret back at the Otari docks, okay? Yes. And he kind of looks and smiles. He was, they won't make any money if they know I was a circus act.
Won't say a
Right?
word.
So he expresses his concern about his loss of potential income at the docks of Otari if this secret gets out.
I just look at him and say, "Mum's the word, buddy. However you make your coin."
Oh, I know the secret's safe with you, big guy. Yes, yes, yes. And you know how normally they would you would punch someone in the shoulder, you know what I mean, to give them a right? He does this, but he hits your calf. Good to see you. And he rolls off, tick, 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 tick. And you hear him kind of, he says, good to see you again, Mossy. It's been many moons, many moons. Yes, yes. And he hops off of his cart and kind of rolls down the stairs to go downstairs. He said, okay, well, I've been watching the ship for far too long. Nap time for Kisk.
You have a good
And
nap there, my friend.
he rolls himself down the steps to the downstairs hammock area underneath deck, and his cart just stays up top. All right, what's the group doing? You've got a grandfather clock in your raft, strapped to the side of the boat.
Oh, we didn't take it on to the boat.
We should get it in the boat.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get it in the boat. All right.
Yeah, and we can use his wheels now that he's gone downstairs without him to move him about on the boat.
Yeah. Huurtz immediately, quickly runs over and grabs the wheel cart and brings it over. I will get an athletics check. If you're going to be doing it again, same thing as a 2-person job, 1 roll from each, or a single-person job. Just let me know how.
We'll try again with the safety.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Get 2 of those rolls, please.
Oh, Thorak.
There we go.
So this time, you see in Mossy and Thorak's eyes, you see them light up, just a fire. You see that orc fire that you know, and you just hands off it. You're like, okay, right? You see that, you know this, right?
Hover hands, I don't really need to be here.
Right, you're like, okay, don't need a spotter, cool. And Thorak, you do the and you haul it up. You're not quite, just your physical size doesn't allow you to do it with one hand, but you do the same thing with 2. You haul it up over the shoulder, place it down onto the wheels, and you make easy work of this grandfather clock.
Restore my pride.
Yes, you've restored a bit of your pride. It's your orc pride was not damaged for too long at all.
So funny.
And with that, you've got it strapped up and tied down. And the captain says, "Well, I guess we'll make our way back to Otari then, shall we?"
Ooh, we didn't finish clearing the cabin thing.
Oh, you want to go back in there now?
I know. Does it make sense to just get rid of the clock now and then go back?
We
Well,
worry
Does
we
it make
would
sense
go.
to go back?
Just let me know. Say the word. We'll lift anchor, or we'll take the raft and head back into shore. Just you let me know. I'm gonna go down into my cabin here for a bit.
We do need to go back in because I left my great axe anchor in the cabin. I put it down to be able to get the clock.
Right.
Okay.
So yes, we do need to go back. At least
So-
I want to.
So
Bring
he
over my
tells,
weapon.
he tells you. Mossy explains that he's not going anywhere without his axe. He needs to go back. He left it there when he picked up the clock.
I'll go back with Mossy. I need to grab something in there as well.
All right.
Well, if we're going back, we can all go back and just keep exploring until we're ready to.
Sure.
The grandfather clock safe on the ship.
Yeah, with
Is the
Kisk.
captain staying on the ship, or is he coming back with us?
Yeah, so you ask the captain if he's coming. He says he's going to stay on the ship this time, wait it out in the cabin. He says, if you need anything, and he hands you a flare. And he says, if you need anything, you set off this flare. He's got another raft on the other side of the ship. He said, we'll drop this down and I'll come ashore. He says, and equally, I have more flares here. If you see a flare, you get on that raft and you get back to this ship ASAP.
Deal.
All right, someone add a flare to their inventory. This is a waterproof flare. It can't be doused by flame. It's if it gets
taking
wet.
a penalty if someone else can take it.
I know what my inventory's like. Let me take a peek.
Is there an item in the party sheet? I don't see one in
No,
general.
just custom add a flare.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm pretty close too. It probably doesn't
Okay.
weigh much, but
On your way out,
Flare.
Massey, the captain gives you a basic backpack or a basic pouch or whatever you want to, however you want to RP that into your character, just something for carrying.
I took the standard equipment, even though I said I was only washing ashore with the Great X.
Cool, that's fine. Consider that basically, we'll say that maybe the captain, when you got back to the ship, the captain gave you some supplies or whatever. It said, here's kind of some basic stuff that you might want to have on you.
Okay.
So as far as RP, he'll give you some stuff. He'll tell the group he's going to hang out here with Kisk. He's going to get some things prepared and get ready for the trip back to Otari to drop this clock off. He says, and remember, the flare, if you have it or if you need it, use it. And if you see it, we need you to come.
Will do.
Will do, Captain.
And all right, he says he hops up and he says, all right, well, and gets everybody in. And he says, all right, everybody aboard the raft. And he lowers everybody down into the water, into the raft to head back to the cabin. And again, back to the choppy water across. You can see the cabin. It's small from the distance when you're rowing your way in, but about 20 or 30 minutes of rowing. Now that you have a Mossy with you, you make it to shore safely. Haul the boat back in, and once again you're at the fishing cottage. And that's where we'll end today's session. Thanks for being here, everybody. Welcome to the group, Gavin. It worked out really well. It was good having you here, and yeah, good game.
Good game.
Thank you for
Thanks
hosting
for
that.
running the game.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, good
Yes,
session.
thank you.
Yes, my pleasure.